Welcome to another Global History vocabulary set. Today we'll be doing the Cold War vocabulary. This is set 2. It's another set of vocabulary. If you'd like to see set 1, look at some related videos there along with this one. Let's get started. The first word is Iron Curtain. I say the word and you say the word 3 times. Iron curtain, iron curtain, iron curtain. And the definition: an invisible line that divided democratic West and communist East. Let's look at a sentence. Eastern Europe was behind the Iron Curtain. Here are some example non-examples. You decide yes or no if the vocabulary word is used correctly. Our next vocabulary word is Vietnam. I say the word and you say the word 3 times. Vietnam, Vietnam, Vietnam. Let's look at a definition. A country in Southeast Asia. There was a communist revolution there. Let's look at a sentence. The war in Vietnam was a way to spread communism. Finally, let's look at example or non-example. You decide yes or no if the word is used correctly. The next vocabulary word is Afghanistan. Afghanistan. I say the word and you say the word 3 times. Afghanistan, Afghanistan, Afghanistan. Let's read a definition. A country in the Middle East that the USSR wanted to control. Let's read a sentence. Afghanistan had a war against communism. Finally, let's look at example or non-example. You decide yes or no. Our next word is Berlin Wall. Berlin Wall. I say the word and you say the word. Berlin Wall, Berlin Wall, Berlin Wall. Let's read a definition. A large wall in the city of Berlin, Germany. West of the wall was capitalist. East of the wall was communist. Here's a sentence. The Berlin Wall was a border between capitalism and communism. Let's look at example or non-example. You decide if Berlin Wall is used correctly, yes or no. The next word is Berlin Airlift. Berlin Airlift. I say the word and you say the word. Berlin Airlift, Berlin Airlift, Berlin Airlift. Let's read a definition. West Berlin was capitalist. West Berlin was in East Germany. East Germany was communist. East Germany was communist. East Germany wanted to make West Berlin communist too. The U.S. gave food supplies to West Berlin to stop communism. Let's look at a sentence. The Berlin Airlift stopped the spread of communism. Now let's look at example or non-example. You decide yes or no. Our next vocabulary word is space race. Space race. I say the word and you say the word. Space race, space race, space race. Let's read the definition. The United States and Soviet Union had a technology race for control of space. It looks like this sentence doesn't have the word space race in it, so I made a mistake. But the US and Soviet Union wanted to go into space. They both wanted to be the strongest country in space. Let's look at example or non-example. Are these things true or false? Are these examples or non-examples of based on the definition of space race? Because the word is not in there. So choose yes or no. Our next word is Cuba. I say the word, you say the word. Cuba, Cuba, Cuba. Let's read the definition. An island country near the United States. The country became communist. Let's read a sentence. Cuba was a communist country. Now, look at example or non-example. You decide yes or no for Cuba. Let's look at our next word, NATO. 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 I say the word and you say the word. NATO. 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 Let's read the definition. A group of capitalist countries that work together to stop communism. Let's read a sentence. NATO wanted to stop the spread of communism. Next, let's look at example or non-example. You decide yes or no for NATO. Let's look at our next word. Warsaw Pact. Warsaw Pact. Let's say the word together. Warsaw Pact. Warsaw Pact. Warsaw Pact. Let's read the definition. A group of communist countries that work together to protect communism. Let's read the sentence. The Warsaw Pact wanted to keep communism. After, let's look at example or non-example. You decide yes or no for Warsaw Pact. Our next word is Truman Doctrine. True, men, doctrine. Truman Doctrine. Let's say the word together. I say the word, then you say the word. Truman Doctrine. Truman Doctrine. Truman Doctrine. Here's a definition. It was the U.S. policy after World War II. The U.S. wanted to stop the spread of communism. Let's read a sentence. The Truman Doctrine wanted countries to be capitalist. Now, let's look at example or non-example. You decide yes or no if it is an example of Truman Doctrine. Our next word is Marshall Plan. Mar-shall plan. I say the word, then you say the word. Marshall Plan. Marshall Plan. Marshall Plan. Let's read the definition. After World War II, it gave money to countries to help fix and rebuild. Let's read a sentence. The Marshall Plan helped Europe after World War II. Now let's look at example or non-example. You decide if true Marshall Plan is an example or non-example, yes or no. Well, I hope you enjoyed this introductory video of some Cold War vocabulary. Please check out the other sets of vocabulary based on the Cold War and other vocabulary videos as well about global history. All of these vocabulary words are based on frequency from the Regents exam so that you can focus on the important vocabulary that you might see on a typical global history Regents exam. So until next time, bye-bye.